What if I told you that your neck pain, right shoulder discomfort, or that dull stabbing pain behind your shoulder blade might not be coming from your spine? Would you believe it? I took some time to believe it too. I tried massage, stretching, adjustments, treatments that provided relief for hours, but the pain kept returning. Until I understood a connection that many people ignore. What happens in the gallbladder and liver can radiate pain to the neck and shoulder as if the problem is there. I am Edu Rodrigues, a pharmacist and biochemist, and this is the Edu Health Tips channel. Here, I take science and translate it into practice without complication. Today, I want to show you why bile congestion can rise as referred pain to the right side of the neck and shoulder, how to identify if this is your situation, and what adjustments to make in your routine for longer-lasting relief. Let's understand the pathway. The gallbladder is a small pouch located beneath the liver on the right side, just below the ribs. The liver produces bile all the time. The gallbladder stores and concentrates this bile to release it when we eat, especially when there is fat on the plate. Bile is like a natural detergent that emulsifies fats for proper digestion. When bile thickens, it turns into a kind of biliary mud. Over time, this can develop into stones. Before turning into stones, it can clog narrow channels, increase pressure in the area, and irritate sensitive structures. There is a nerve called the phrenic nerve, which participates in the movement of the diaphragm and also carries sensory signals back and forth. It passes close to this region. When there is stretching, inflammation, or pressure around the liver and gallbladder, this nerve can send a confusing message that the brain interprets as pain in the right shoulder and neck. That is why, in many people, the discomfort seems muscular, but it does not resolve permanently with massage or adjustment. The source may be a few centimeters below the rib. What eating habits tend to worsen this? Diets high in sugar, refined grains, fried foods, and ultra-processed products make the bile thicker, overload the liver, and feed the inflammatory cycle. Excessive alcohol intake has the same effect. Some medications may also be involved, such as certain cholesterol reducers, antibiotics used repeatedly, and antidepressants, because everything the body needs to metabolize passes through the liver. In women, phases of estrogen dominance, hormone therapy, and contraceptives can also alter the bile dynamics. It's not about blaming a single factor. It's about the accumulation of burdens over time. How can you suspect that neck pain has a biliary component? There are useful clues. The pain appears and worsens in waves after fattier or very heavy meals. The discomfort is more on the right side and seems deep, difficult to locate with a finger. It is accompanied by a feeling of bloating, more frequent burping, or mild nausea. Sometimes the area below the right rib becomes tender to the touch. Interestingly, stretching the neck helps little or only temporarily. There is a simple, non-invasive test that can provide a quick clue. You lie on your back, relax your abdomen, and with your palms flat, slide your fingers upward, underneath the edge of the ribs on the right side, as if to grab the gallbladder. The idea is to find a point of tension and hold firm pressure, but tolerable, for a few seconds while taking deep breaths. If your neck or shoulder pain eases noticeably immediately, it suggests that part of the problem may be a reflex from the biliary region and not just the trapezius muscle. This is an indication, not a diagnosis. If it hurts a lot, or if you have a fever, vomiting, yellow skin, or eyes, seek medical attention. Too much pressure is not treatment. It's just a sign to guide your investigation. If this connection makes sense to you, the good news is that it usually responds well to routine adjustments. The first change is the most powerful, clearing the plate. Reducing sugar, flour, fried foods, and processed foods already decreases irritation and allows bile to flow better again. Prioritizing whole foods, vegetables, greens, and good sources of fat makes the bile less thick. Spreading fat intake throughout the day instead of concentrating it in a heavy meal also helps the gallbladder work without spasms. Adequate hydration is key. Bile needs water to stay fluid. Those who spend the day drinking coffee and forget about water make everything thicker. Set simple goals, like a glass upon waking, another mid-morning, and another mid-afternoon. The body appreciates it. The right fiber acts as an ally. Bitter vegetables, arugula, escarole, watercress, Gently stimulate the release of bile during the meal. Squeezing lemon on the plate and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil at the end also help the body to remember to release bile at the right time without overload. Spices like turmeric and ginger, used regularly, promote a less inflamed environment in the digestive tract. There is still a nutritional support block. Bile is formed from components that the body assembles with the help of nutrients. Magnesium and zinc participate in important stages. Taurine is an amino acid that helps conjugate bile acids, improving solubility. In some selected situations, under professional guidance, specific bile salts, such as TUDCA, can be temporarily used to thin the bile and relieve pressure in the ducts. It is not for everyone, and it should not be purchased randomly. Those with a large gallstone, a history of intense biliary colic, or jaundice need an evaluation before considering any supplement. While dietary adjustment takes effect, self-care techniques can reduce the reflex tension in the neck. Slow diaphragmatic breathing, lying down, with a warm pack on the right side for 10 to 15 minutes after lunch, usually relaxes the diaphragm and calms the phrenic nerve. Gentle neck stretches, without forcing the range of motion, work best when the base, liver, and gallbladder is less irritated. The opposite is also true. If you ignore the base, the neck lights up again. It is important to differentiate. Neck pain can have various real and simultaneous sources. Poor posture at the computer, inadequate pillow, overtraining, bruxism, all of these exist. The idea here is to add a missing piece to the puzzle for many people. If you adjust the biliary environment and the neck responds better and with more stability, the path becomes clear. If nothing changes, it's worth investigating orthopedic, neurological, and even dental causes. I want to issue warning signs that call for immediate medical consultation. Severe and persistent pain on the right side of the abdomen that worsens after eating, fever, vomiting, yellowing of the skin and eyes, very light stools, dark urine, unexplained weight loss. This goes beyond self-care and requires examination, imaging, and targeted treatment. The same rule applies to those who have had their gallbladder removed and experience persistent pain. There are other possible causes that need to be evaluated. When bile flows properly, many things improve in a chain reaction. Digestion becomes lighter. The intestines function with less bloating. The head feels lighter in the late afternoon. And that shoulder that was always tense begins to relax. It's not an overnight miracle. It's a series of consistent decisions over a few weeks. Now I want to hear from you. Do you notice that your neck pain worsens after heavier meals? Have you tried lying down with a warm compress on the right side and felt a difference? Tell me in the comments how your body reacts. Your experience can help many people connect the dots. If this content has opened a new path for you, like the video, share it with those who complain about neck and shoulder pain, and subscribe to the Edu Health Tips channel. Here I, Edu Rodrigues, will stay by your side in simple language so you can understand your body, make smart choices, and live with less pain and more autonomy.